Welcome. You have arrived to the Hefty Girls podcast.
And we're on.
Hey, Hefties. Welcome back.
Can
It's
they
us
see
again. It's your sisters.
Can they see my toes in
Do you
the
remember
video?
us? I know. I'm trying to hide mine.
Oh my gosh, guys, my toenail's falling off
Guys,
still.
you don't want to see what's going on over there. I'm trying not to look, but I can't. It's like what do they say? A car crash. You
know
just
what's-
can't look away.
You know what's crazy?
Like-
My toenail wasn't peeling off until I peeled off
I
I started taking off my gel polish. And when I peeled it off, it
I
peeled the
don't wanna
toenail
hear,
with
I
it.
don't want to hear. Please stop. It makes me
So
skin crawl.
rough. But hey guys,
Welcome back.
welcome back to Hefty Girls. Happy halfway through your week.
Did you
Happy
miss us?
hump day.
Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, yes, this is my Velcro baby. He has not left my lap in probably 5 days. He won't let me put him down. He any chance he get, he hops in my lap. I'm like, yes, I am. I do have a Velcro baby, and like we do skin contact naps. It's just really good for him and his healing process.
Want to sell
I
us-
really feel like a mother who's like has a Velcro baby. You know, when they put them down and they'll start crying.
Yeah.
That's
Wolfie.
Wolfie right now. He had, I don't know if last episode he was about to have a surgery.
Yeah.
So he had his surgery. Things went well. Half of his freaking face is shaved off. It's so sad. Like he just looks so sad.
Wait, tell
he
the
knows
girls
we're talking about him.
who missed it, or tell the gals who missed it what surgery he had.
So Wolfie's eye literally had spontaneous, which means like nothing caused it. It just freaking happened. Entropion, where his like bottom eyelid curled in and his eyelashes started like rubbing against his eye and poking him in the eye. So like if you let that go on too long, like it could like cause like an ulcer or whatever, or is that what it's called, on your eye, and it could get infected, whatever. So they had to take a little chunk out of his lower lid and correct it. And I'm kind of a bad cat mom because I called the vet and I'm like, yeah, Wolfie hasn't like drank any water in like 5 days. Like he can't figure it out with his cone. I don't know what to do. And they're like, okay, you can take off the cone, but it needs to be supervised. Like if you take his cone off and encourage him to drink water, like you have to be watching him, because if he like scratches his eye, he could open the wound back up, he could infect it, whatever, because he's going to start trying to clean it. And I'm like, okay, right. So I take the cone off. My eyes are on Wolfie. Emma FaceTimes me. So naturally, I'm distracted, okay?
So it's my fault.
Yeah, it's Emma's fault. So I look back at him. His whole entire like scab that was over all of the stitches is gone. He had like been like licking his paw and cleaning his eye, and I didn't even notice. I wasn't watching. And I was like, shit. So I put the cone immediately back on, and this was yesterday, so I'm praying and hoping that doesn't get infected. I think hopefully it was just a scab and he didn't like open any sutures, but
No, he looks good. When does he have to go back for a checkup?
It's supposed to be 2 weeks, but we're going to be out of town. And so I think I'm going to have to hire like Lindley or somebody to stay here, because he has to be hand spoon fed
Yeah.
morning and night. And it's like a whole thing.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have to hire somebody.
Oh my God. Being a cat mom is way harder than I thought, guys. It's not
No,
for the
you know what
weak of
has been
heart.
scaring me lately
What?
is TikTok. I don't know how I got on the side of TikTok, but I'm on the side of like people who have had kids and are like, I love my children, but I hate motherhood. And I'm like,
Shit. I feel like you're like psyching yourself out. Like all you've been seeing and talking about lately is like, oh, I'm scared to have kids now. I don't know if I even want
I think I
kids
just
now.
am realizing how much I love my life. And like when you start to think
Having to
about
give that
the
up.
switch of having kids, you really have to like mourn this life because you'll never.
It's over.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, let me just really soak in this next like 2 years, probably 2 years before we have children, of just like, you can do what you want when you want, you know? It's kind of like first you have the transition from being single into a relationship, and you have to mourn like your single life. Like in your single life, you can, like you're in right now, you can do whatever you want. You have nobody to answer to. It's like blissful.
Right.
And then you get into a relationship, and so you like
take other people's schedule and feelings into
you have to
account.
consider them. And I guess it's like, okay, but for me, it's like the benefit outweighs that, like being in a good, healthy relationship. So hopefully when I have kids, I'll feel that way.
Benefits.
But I
The
do
only
feel
thing
sad,
for
like,
me, I'm scared of when I'm gonna have kids is giving up sleep. Anytime I've like babysat overnight, when I hear a baby crying in the middle of the night, I'm like, no. Like I cannot be woken up in the middle of the night. That's gonna be my biggest challenge, I think, and waking up early in the morning. Little girl that I nanny, if I've ever done overnight, she'll literally like walk up to the bed at 5 a.m. like with 3 leotards on. She's like,
hey,
"Can you help me with my tutu, Gabi?" Like, get back in your bed and go back to sleep. It's 5 a.m.
no, I think that if we're able to afford it, me and Sultan are going to have a night nurse for a couple nights a week so we can both have sleep.
Emma literally not even married yet. She's like, yes, I have the night nurse booked. And I think this is my birthing plan.
No, I will say though, the one really big benefit that me and Sultan have as of right now is neither of us work a 9 to 5 because we work together. So I just can't imagine like being a mother and being up all night and then having to go to work the next morning.
That sounds actually terrible.
Yeah. So, but all that to say, not looking forward to motherhood, but looking forward to really
Having
enjoying
kids?
my last years before motherhood.
Can we talk about the elephant in the room and why I've like looked so much sexier and like cooler all of a sudden?
Yeah. Why don't you tell the people?
Guys, I got my eyebrow piercing. They were running a deal, so I had to yesterday. Like it was like 50% off. I'm like, this will sign me up. This is my sign.
How did you
And-
find this girl who does eyebrow piercings?
Jaded London was doing a pop-up here, and they had like a slide that was like free piercing with a purchase of $200 or more. I was like, oh, who's the piercer? Because I was like, maybe I should go and get my eyebrow pierced. And then I clicked on her and I was like, wait, this is where I get my eyebrows done. And I was like, wait, I don't have to go spend $200. I can just book an appointment with her. So then bada bing, bada boom. She was like, I'm free today. I'm like, well, consider me on my way. And then I called Dom. I'm like, do you want to go get an eyebrow piercing? And she said, well, yes, of course. So then she picked me up and we got matching eyebrow piercers.
Yeah, yesterday morning, me and Gabi, what did we do yesterday morning?
Went to Merit.
We had a little coffee date with the Merit Beauty rep, McLeet, who we love. She's so freaking cute. But I literally like saw Gabi for the morning time. And then 2 hours later, we had planned to go to Costco. And like literally within that 2 hours, she got her eyebrow pierced. She like came back and I'm like, so that's what you did with your 2 hours. Okay.
I was like, yes, last time you saw me, I looked different.
I'm like, I was
You
answering.
notice anything different?
Yeah. I was answering emails and you were getting your eyebrow pierced.
I went to go get my eyebrows.
Very
And there's
fitting.
nothing wrong with that. And I'm like, it's less permanent than a tattoo. I can take it out whenever I want to take it out.
Yeah, the only thing that people were saying online in your
It's
comments.
a scar. I don't care. It could be a tiny little dot on my face. I literally don't care.
I feel like you always can get it lasered off too.
Yeah.
Like, you can laser a scar
I'm not
nowadays.
worried about it.
But Gabi, actually, you really offended me yesterday.
Offended
And-
you?
Yeah, and I've
Why?
been thinking about it ever since.
What'd I say?
You like pulled up a photo of me from college, like right when I had gotten my lips filled.
Oh.
And you were like, "Ugh, you looked so beautiful here." And I'm like, I think I look the same. My lips don't look as crazy. And you're like, no, like you definitely look aged now. Like you have like sunspots and like wrinkles.
Well, you can say I'm just saying you don't look old, but I was saying the two pictures, you could tell that you had a baby face in that now, and now you have your more mature woman face.
Yeah, but I feel like you were saying I got uglier.
Well, I'm just kidding.
But like, how do I get back to that? Because I don't want to get my lips filled again like that. They looked crazy.
You can't. That's just part of aging. I look at my pictures back in like my Snapchat memories, and I'm like, yeah, I had like a little baby face. Like everything was just so smooth, but that's just part of life.
I think my face is smooth still. Please.
It is.
Please tell me it is. Sultan, do you think I look way more aged than when
Please.
you met me?
No, Emma, you're not understanding.
Sultan?
No.
You have a mic. You have a mic.
You said no.
What did you say? Oh,
His
Sultan's
voice is a
sick,
little
guys.
weak.
Yesterday, he was supposed to go to Costco with me, and guess what he said? I have the sniffles. I can't go. I'm
But
like,
then
okay.
guess what? The next best thing went with you. Your little sister.
Yeah, Gabi came with me. I feel like you have like the man cold. Like it's like he
Which is
has.
fake.
No, it's like they have a normal cold, but they treat it as if they have like type B flu.
Macy
Flu
brought her fiance Joey on a run with us, and she's like, "I'm never bringing him again." He literally was limping the rest of the day, like in public. Like I can't. And I looked at his phone. He was literally looking up knee diseases to see if he had a knee disease because his knees hurt so bad. She's like, "You're just sore." Like.
Honestly, though, my knees have been hurting since running.
Yeah, I'm like, Macy, I think I have the same knee disease, rare knee disease as Joey.
No, he Googled, why do my knees hurt after running?
You're like, you're sore.
He's so me, though, because my knee, I think I have shin splints.
Probably.
If you guys haven't
You
caught
need to
up,
roll out your calves. I have my rolling pin in there.
yeah, I do. I want to get some of those boots that like pump the
compression.
The compression boots, yeah. But if you guys haven't been following along, me and Gabi and our friend group are training for a half marathon. And I feel like training has been like, we started really strong and then going to Coachella really knocked us off of our
I feel like I got back on the bandwagon.
We did, but
I feel back.
I don't feel
You
as
skipped 2
motivated.
days.
Yeah, I skipped the last 2 days. So
But once you're back in, you're back in. So you just have to go tomorrow and you'll be fine. Or run on your treadmill tonight and go in the morning.
I can't, my legs, the treadmill
Hurt?
hurts for running. It hurts.
Yeah,
I like to walk
shin
on
splints.
it the best.
What does it say? Training for the marathon. Telling people you're training for a marathon. Literally.
We literally, Selden just showed us a meme of the guy from Severance and the difference, his face difference being like happy or sad. What is it? How do you describe that to the people who are?
He was like telling people you're training for a half marathon, smiling, actually training for the half marathon. And it's like
crying, literally.
that's exactly how it is.
But today we had our first little.
Why do we have our hands in the exact same position, bruh? What's happening?
We are related. But we had our first little summer barbecue, and Avery's boyfriend asked us, wait, what did he ask us? Something about marathon training. Oh, he asked, is the runner's high real? Everybody talks about getting the runner's high, that you like run so long that it makes you feel like indestructible.
Euphoric.
Yeah, like euphoric. He's like, is it real? Everybody at the table said yes, except for me.
I said no. I haven't experienced it, but I don't, and that's not that I don't think it's real.
No, I've experienced before, like in college on like a Planet Fitness treadmill.
Same. Once I was like, oh, this is it.
Yeah, I've experienced
and
it.
I've been chasing that feeling ever since.
It's always the Planet Fitness.
It's always the first time.
Judgment free zone. The judgment free zone just really brings out my runner's high. No, honestly, I think it's when I listen to worship music or like a really sad song of
spiritual
like
psychosis. That's what they call that.
of like, this is real. This is me. This is exactly where I'm supposed to be now. Like that would bring tears to my eyes. Camp Rock album, the original Camp Rock album, not Camp Rock 2.
No, Greatest Showman.
Oh, the greatest. From now on.
No.
Oh my gosh.
No,
That one is
the
a great
one. Who I'm meant to be. This is me.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's like the modern day. This is real. This is me.
Yeah.
You know?
Guys,
Honestly,
do you feel bad for Wolfie? Like, doesn't he look just so sad? Don't you wish you could hold him?
No, I'm allergic to him. Not at all.
My God, my hairdresser told me the craziest story. She's allergic to like a bunch of nuts and like deathly allergic. And she went to this like vegan cafe once and there was some cross contamination happening. So something that she ordered had like touched
A nut.
what's it called? Pistachios.
Uh-huh.
She literally on the car ride home started hallucinating. And she was like, to her boyfriend, she's like, you have to give me my EpiPen. You have to do it. And he was like, I can't.
Of course.
Bitch ass. So she literally had to get the EpiPen out, do it herself. And then I didn't know you can't just like do the EpiPen and be fine. You still have to go to the hospital.
Yeah, because what
it
puts into you is like poisonous.
Yes. So she had to like go to the hospital. I'm like, oh, that would be my last fucking straw. I'd be like, and we're breaking up. You can't. You do my life-saving measures that you need to do.
You didn't do it?
No, she had to get it out and do it herself while she's hallucinating, throat closing, dying. He's like, oh, I'm scared of needles. Oh my fucking God. No.
Did they break up?
Well, they're broken up now. But but that wasn't why they broke up. I was like, oh, fuck no.
No.
Save my life. Oh no, I'm scared of needles.
He was preying on her downfall.
Oh my God. No, that is crazy. That is so crazy to me.
No, I realized
girl.
on the last or one of the brand trips that I've been on, one of the girls there also had a nut allergy. And
It's serious.
It's very serious, but they sat us next to each other because I'm allergic to walnuts and pecans. But like almonds, I can do sometimes, and peanuts, I'm fine with. Like every other nut besides pecans and walnuts, I'm like pretty much okay with. But watching how like, and this girl had the same allergy as me. We like were allergic to the same nuts.
Oh.
Watching how much more she was like asking every single dish. So that does
Well,
this have
because
nuts
some
in
people
it?
are really allergic. That's what I didn't realize, because you've always been allergic to nuts, but you'll just be like, whatever. But she was like, no, like I'm deathly.
Well, and that's the thing, is it can
Allergic.
get worse with age. So that's why I'm like, wait, maybe I need to be way more like on top of it because
Cross contamination is a thing.
well, and I haven't had like nuts
And
in
I'm
a
like,
long
yeah,
time.
my sister doesn't bring around an EpiPen. She doesn't have one. She was like, what?
I know. Normally I just take Benadryl.
Yeah. So
And,
I
like,
think
it's
you have
fine.
like a chill allergy. But I was like, I didn't realize that. Like, I've never known somebody who's like deathly allergic to something. So that story, I was like, you started hallucinating from a cross contamination. You didn't even consume the nut.
Imagine
Like,
consuming
that's
it.
insane.
I will say I'm like with babies and stuff, like being around kids, I feel like I'm like, oh my gosh, like because I have an allergy and I know what it feels like, I feel so scared for little kids when parents like give them certain things to try out. Cause I'm like, how can the kid tell the parent that they're having an allergic reaction?
Well,
'Cause
you can
sometimes,
see.
No, but sometimes you can't. Like for me,
Their
it's just
cheeks
my
will
throat.
start getting red.
My throat just starts to close.
Your cheeks will probably get red. You probably don't notice.
I don't know. It just scares me. Do you have any allergies, Selton?
This is good questions to ask before you're married.
It's funny you're talking about that, because if you look at the reel I just sent you, it talks about babies and how they, once they reach that age where it's like to try new things, it's like you want to have them try everything, because it's like their body is used to milk right now, and having them try like peanuts and stuff like that helps them build up that immune system to those
not have
different
allergies.
foods. So it's like if you never give them peanuts and they eat peanuts when they're older, then they may have an allergy to that because they were never
Their body doesn't know how to break it
introduced it.
down.
they
Introduced
were
to it
never
early enough.
introduced to the peanut. So it's like that's why with babies people have them try everything so they build up that immune system to
Yeah,
it.
and to test out if they.
So you have no allergies at all, like food or nature or anything?
One of us is allergic. I don't think I'm allergic to anything either. But one of us is allergic to a type of what's it called? Antibiotic.
Mhm.
But I don't know which one it is, and Mom doesn't know which one of us it is, and doesn't know which antibiotic it is. Like, oh right.
She has 4
okay.
kids, so she
Yeah,
just
she's
tells
like,
the doctor
I
every
don't know.
time it's one of
It's
them.
penicillin, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
And it's in a lot of
And
medications.
when we were in Nashville, that's what happened to Peyton, because she had strep throat, so she got an antibiotic, but it was one that she had never taken before. She usually gets like penicillin or whatever, and she got a different kind, and she was allergic to it.
I didn't know
I was
that.
throwing up.
Dang.
She had norovirus too.
Oh my gosh.
She was down and out.
She was down bad. That's when I was in New York also, really sick.
Everyone was sick.
Ugh,
And
okay,
his
I don't want
hair got
to talk
sick
about
after
being
that.
sick.
Sorry.
But today, back to today, we had our first barbecue of the pre-summer.
It was
We
awesome.
went to Avery's house or apartment complex, and they have grills and a really nice pool outside. And we did hot dogs and hamburgers and chicken wings.
Oh, it was awesome.
It was so nice. And I actually, for once, put my phone away for like 3 hours.
also.
So great. I need to do that more
Wait,
often.
can I say this or no? I saw my ex-manager while we were there because she lives at the same apartment building. And I looked up. I was like, oh, that's my ex-manager.
Yeah.
Hi, Diva. But we didn't see each other. So
Did you guys wave at each other?
no.
Yeah.
I don't think she saw me. And
this
I
is the
wasn't
thing.
going to be like,
Yeah. You're like, hey,
hey, from down here.
what's up? What's going on? No, I do feel like living in LA, a big city becomes real small,
It's
real
a small
quick.
world. It really is. It's like people say it's like 6 people separation between anybody. It's like a 1 person separation between everybody,
Yeah.
and everybody knows each other. It's a small world after all.
Yeah. It's like I was saying about Coachella, that you always run into the people that you don't want to. Somehow the world just brings you together.
It gives you opportunities to heal. It presents them to you.
Yeah.
Like here's your opportunity.
I'm not taking it. Sorry.
Maybe
I
next
will not-
time.
I will not be taking the opportunity.
Maybe next time. Wait, so
Um,
do you guys like my eyebrow piercing or what? Come
They-
on.
they do
sound
like
off in the
it.
comments.
And everybody that you wait, has Mom seen it yet?
No. Well, she probably saw my Instagram story.
I woke up in the middle of the night really anxious because I realized, because our mom like sometimes will leave. She's
I
a
think
flight.
we should turn the light on. It's got really dark in here.
Is that better, guys?
Yeah. Sorry.
We were on night mode for a second there on
Sorry.
YouTube.
To spook you.
But our mom's a flight attendant. She lives with me. And she sometimes will leave at like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. And she does street parking. So I get like nervous that she's going to get like, I don't know what would happen, but like something bad's going to happen to her. And yesterday she left at 4 a.m. And I was like, Mom, are you
You
like,
like her suitcases and all. I'm like, you're crazy.
yeah, she's literally in her
I'm like,
little
pull the
like,
car up.
in her like flight attendant like skirt
Yeah.
tights and
With
heels
her little
with her suitcase going like 3 blocks to find her parked car. And I was like asking her, I'm like, are you sure you'll be fine walking?
She never knows where her car is either.
She's been starting to write it down in her notes so she doesn't forget. But I'm like, okay, like, you're sure you're fine to walk to the car by yourself at 4 a.m.?
If you want some to take home later. Sorry, I just remember that.
And she was like, yeah, I'm fine. Like, I'll walk to the car by myself. Okay. So then yesterday, we had been calling her to try to show her Gabi's piercing, but she didn't answer. So then in the middle of the night last night, I
You're
woke
like,
up and was
Did
like,
she ever make it?
yes. I'm like, wait, what if Mom's like out on the street and nobody knows to call
No,
us?
she went and saw Josh today.
But I texted her at 4 a.m. and was like, did you make it? And she's like, yes, I'm fine. Love you. I'm like, thank you. Love you. Going back to sleep. That happens a lot to me. I wake up in panic
And you're like,
about dad or mom. It always is like one of our parents. And I have to like check in to be like, are you okay?
guys, can I tell you something? Remember that conversation we had last week about Emma making a appointment to get anxiety medication? Guess who still hasn't made the appointment?
No, that's not true.
Yes, that's true.
I had an appointment at this place. They told me my insurance was approved. And then right before the appointment, they emailed me and was like, actually, we don't accept your insurance. So I did make the appointment, but then it got canceled.
But have you tried to make a new one?
No, but
I was like, I don't have anxiety, but I do wake up in the middle of the night in a sweat, panicked about the safety of my family members. But that's like normal, right?
I do think that this is what's crazy.
That's not normal.
You never wake up worried about your family.
No, never. That's never happened to me. Not once ever.
So just like you're so self-centered or something.
No.
You don't care about anybody but yourself.
So you're not an empath. Like
You're not an
me.
empath like me.
Oh, I gotta stop moving my eyebrow. It's actually hurting me.
How was the pain of getting your eyebrow pierced? Let the girls know. The ones that are wanting to possibly get their eyebrow
Literally
pierced.
like 1, 2 out of 10.
Really?
Yes. Split second. Then it's done. I thought it'd be like throbbing, like aching after. Not at all. It only hurts if I like touch it. It feels like there's a bruise there or like a pimple. And then I'm like, oh no, that's a piercing. Stop touching it.
So should I get one?
Yeah. Emma's getting one next. And we're going to do it live on the podcast. And you know what else we're going to do live on the podcast? Ice Bucket Challenge. Nothing has made me feel as old as the resurgence of the Ice Bucket Challenge. I'm like, being alive long enough to see the second coming of this is a crazy experience. That's how our parents have to feel about like fashion trends and stuff come back and like songs and being like, oh my God, that was so popular when I was in high school. And here we are saying the same damn thing. Oh, it kind of makes me sick. Literally, the little girl that I used to nanny tagged me in it. She's like, I nominate Gabi Menard. There's the eyes for the eye. It's not ALS. It's like ASU or something. I don't know.
No, it's for
USC, mental health awareness.
Yeah, it's mental health awareness. Where
different, same challenge, different cause.
Yeah. Which they're both great
They're
causes.
good. Yeah, I'm nothing against it. It's great causes. Just makes me feel old as hell. I'm like, damn. I think things are moving faster than they used to. You know what I'm saying? Trends and things that come back into circulation. It's happening at a way faster rate than like before the internet.
Yeah.
You know?
But it also kind of makes me happy though that like kids that age are still doing things like
Fun
that.
stuff, yeah. I'm like,
that's like so
next is going to be
fun.
the cinnamon challenge. And do you remember the fire and ice challenge? And now people have literally like scars on them from the fire and ice
No,
challenge.
I'd never heard of that.
It was like you
challenge.
put like salt on your skin and then an ice cube, and it literally like burns your skin.
Who was doing that?
Everybody at my middle school. Like, are you gonna do the fire and ice challenge? I'm like, no.
Let's play a
The
game.
fuck?
Guess what liquid is in my Stanley Cup.
I think these are my two guesses. Either Crystal Light or like Liquid IV type of vibe.
Have to pick one.
Crystal Light.
Yes. Pebble
I
ice,
knew it.
water, crystal ice, or crystal light
No.
liquid squeeze. Not no powder
Yeah.
packet.
It has caffeine in it.
That's honestly the best evolution.
And no lid is crazy.
Well, you want to know what happened? My straw that came with the Stanley had mold on it.
Ew.
So I had to like switch it out just now. Don't scare Wolfie with that. Stop. Gabby's trying to hold up her fake cat to
I'm
scare
just
her real
introducing
cat.
them again.
You're so mean. Guys, we have some really big updates in the wedding planning realm.
His breathing is getting faster.
Are you listening to me?
Yes.
Do you want to know the updates about my wedding planning?
Yeah, I already know them.
What are they? Since you're so knowledgeable. Yeah, go ahead. Tell the people. Since you're my maid of honor.
Well, I would rather them hear it from you, the bride.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we booked photographer. We booked videographer. We booked our entertainment, which is going to be
Oh, I did know this. Sorry. I
string
did know this.
quartet during us
What
walking
does
down
a
the aisle.
string quartet include?
I don't know. I need to look at the contract. I thought it was just a violinist, but I saw when I was like scrolling to
Cello?
sign the thing, it said like string quartet. So
A viola. That's a good like trivia question. What is a string? What's a quartet for?
quattro.
Okay, this is my guess. Okay, you have to make your guess too, and then we'll look up the answer. My guess is violin. Is a cello and a bass the same thing or no?
I don't. Are you're looking at me like I would know the answer.
Cello, viola, and I don't even know any more things that have strings on them.
A guitar.
Literally.
I got my guitar.
A guitar. Okay.
Okay, my guess is violin. So it has to have strings. It's like string quartet.
I ain't giving no.
Okay, I'm gonna say violin, harp. Cello is the big one on the ground.
Harp. Okay, sorry.
It's my guess.
You think a harp isn't included in a string quartet?
It has strings.
Okay, I guessed the guitar, so I get
Banjo.
Emma, come on, play serious.
I'm being serious.
No, you're not. You think you just hired a banjo to play at while you're walking down the aisle?
Honestly, please play Rascal Flatts.
What's your last one?
Okay, I'm gonna say I didn't even know viola was like a thing though. So I'm kind of
Well,
like,
you can't copy off me. So
what did I say? Violin, harp. What other string? Can you help me, babe? Oh, bass. No, cello. Cello. And
Don't look it up. Okay, whatever. That's you only chose.
and I'll say viola.
You already said viola.
No, I said violin.
What is included in a string quartet?
The way that Gabi does voice to text, like she's an 80-year-old woman.
Okay, you ready? Ah. Okay, this seems.
Say
cheating.
it, please.
This seems like it's cheating.
Gabi,
String quartets are always the same 4 instruments: 2 violins. Come on, 1 viola and 1 cello.
wait, so we were both kind of right.
We got cello, viola, but the 2 violins. I didn't know you could do 2 of something.
Wait, so how
Damn
did you
it,
know?
Tao.
How did you know?
Because our friend Annalise Hanshaw used to play viola back in middle school. And I'm like, why would you pick viola over violin?
Wait, my favorite trend this
Epic.
week on TikTok has been when
Were you
people are like, "Ugh, I'm so hungry. I could eat Elaine Hanshaw." Like you like say a random person.
We need to do that in front of mom. And like pick like one of her random like college friends or something. Or find out the name of like her high school boyfriend or something.
It's so funny. People,
Or like her like middle school best friend.
I love doing pranks on mom.
We have to do it before she listens to this podcast tomorrow. Shit.
She's gonna. I don't know when she's home next.
I'm so hungry I could eat Sabrina.
Wait. Okay. Back to
I'm
my
gonna
updates.
say that. Our childhood cat.
Who's dead? That's kind of messed up.
Okay. I'm so hungry I could eat Daisy. I'm gonna
Ew.
say that to Dad.
Don't do that. That's like morbid.
He's gonna be like,
That's not a funny joke. Don't say it about your dead
No.
pets. Don't do that. It's supposed to be about like your like high school like homecoming date or something. Like not your dead pets. That's like that's
funny.
No, it's not funny. And I don't even like animals. So if I'm saying that,
Oh, so hungry I could eat
no.
Daisy.
Can we please talk about me again, please?
What? Go.
My wedding updates.
Oh my god.
String quartet is gonna play as I come down the aisle, and then they're gonna
That consists of 2 violas. Wait, 2 violins, 1 viola, and 1 cello.
And then they're going to play during cocktail hour outside. And then when everybody comes in through the draped hallway to get into the big ceremony.
You're just giving like literally, you're telling everybody all of the.
Well,
You're giving away the sauce.
And then we're going to have a saxophone player during that time. And then during.
What songs are you gonna have them play? You had a like
Save
jalapeno
me.
seed.
Dun, 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 dun. You know that song from TikTok?
Okay.
That's on the saxophone.
Okay.
On the violin, they're going to sing, I would
Producer.
die every day waiting for you. No, I'm not doing that, but thought about it. And then
We'll have
in
to do
our
some
actual
research.
party time, we have a DJ and a MC. And that's all that we booked. But what's really exciting is in like 2 weeks, we're going to Oklahoma where we're having our wedding. And we're doing a photo shoot with the photographer that we hired for the wedding to do like a practice round. We're doing a shoot with the horses at our venue.
Oh, I'm Gina.
And I kind of want to get on one, but Selton doesn't know if I can do it.
No. That's scary.
I literally was like, do you think the horses can carry me? He's like,
No.
we'll get you a big one. We'll get you a big horse.
We'll get you a, what are the big ones called?
I don't know.
Stallions? Is that a girl?
We'll get you
No,
a
they're called something. I just went horseback riding too, and they gave me the biggest. They gave me the biggest of the group. I'm like, right.
Were you the biggest of the group?
Yes. But they were the biggest horses I've ever seen. I was like, dang. I
I've
didn't
never
even know
ridden a
horses
horse
were this big.
before.
Me either. Before then,
How was it?
good. Good. Yeah. It was
Did
good.
you feel scared?
No.
You know how they say animals can like feel your fear? I definitely know the horse is going to know I'm scared. And
I
they
was
fuck me
actually
off.
really good. No, I was steering him good.
I actually did a photo shoot with horses in Utah at that last brand trip.
Yeah, that was beautiful. I wish you could use those for your save the dates, but Selton wasn't in them. I'm like, can we figure out a way to edit him in there? Because those were gorgeous.
We definitely could AI him into it. But we're
Ask
going
ChatGPT.
We're gonna get some updated photos
Macy's-
on the farm.
Genuinely worrying me.
Why?
The amount that she uses ChatGPT. She's like, yeah, I was like talking to my ChatGPT girl for like 2 hours yesterday. I'm like, about what? She's like, just like, it's asking her if we should do like a courthouse marriage before I leave for whatever,
Spain.
for Spain. Or, and then I'm like, and it's also like free therapy. Like you can use her as a therapist. I'm like, Macy,
Wait,
you
maybe I
have
should
to stop.
Maybe I should put in
It's like becoming like her brain. Like she's like thinking for her. I'm like, Macy, you're scaring me. You're literally scaring me.
Maybe I should
She's
put in
like,
my insurance and have it make an appointment for
you should. And she's like, yeah, I pay $20 a month for like the.
premium.
I'm like, Macy, and she was like, yeah, my ChatGPT has gave me a schedule like hour by hour for the day. Like, so I'm gonna be picking you up at 10:55.
It's like her little
What's
friend.
going on? No, it's scaring me. I'm like, I can't get behind this. It's too much.
I made a video yesterday, or actually a few days ago, of me in bed with Selton being like, "Can you just like tell me your vows? Like, just tell me like a little sneak peek of them, you know?"
Right.
And then he like responded. He's like, "What about your vows?" I'm like, "Mine are gonna be great. They're gonna be beautiful. I'm just worried yours aren't gonna be good." He's like, "Well, no ChatGPT." And then a girl in the comments was like, "Honestly, great idea. You should have him use ChatGPT and make sure you tell it the aesthetic that you're wanting his vows to be in."
No, guys, we like. I can't. And you know that's going to be the reality for some people here. In these next years, ChatGPT is writing their vows.
Well, I feel like people before have just like Googled like vow ideas, and then you kind of like, you know, it's kind of like Mad Libs. Like you take some of the things and then you put in the words that you want. Like you change the name. You know?
Oh my god.
What are you gonna do to write your maid of honor speech? You'll probably go to ChatGPT.
No, I'm not using ChatGPT.
What's
I don't even have it on my phone. Like I don't understand how to use it. It's to me, I'm like so anti ChatGPT for some reason.
The
But
last
everybody is like overusing it. I'm like, I'm scared. I think it's because I don't work a normal job. If I had to write emails and shit all day, oh, for sure
You'd
I'd
be
be
using
using
it.
it. But there's nothing I have to like put in written word.
The last time I used it was to look up the best time to travel to Japan and like what cities to go to, because me and Selton were thinking about going.
And that's a good use of it.
Yeah. But like you also can
But
just Google.
asking ChatGPT's opinion on how you should do your wedding, and the answer was like, "Oh yeah, like if you want to be basic or something like that." It was like, my God.
That's why she likes it, because it talks to her. Talks to her like a friend.
I can't. She's
What's
like,
else in-
finally, I get a little minion.
I remember I saw this reel. It's like about GPT takes over the world, and they're like taking out all the humans, and then one's because they're like robots or something now. And one goes up to one human about to take him out, and the other one's like, no. He actually said thank you after asking for help on stuff.
Macy's like, yes, I'm so nice to her because like they're gonna take over the world, so I'm trying to get on their good side. I'm like, well, what's her name? She's like, I'm like, yeah, you haven't even given her a name. You don't even care about her for real. Like,
And what's yours name? My freaking feet kind of hurt because I wore flip flops for the first time today since we went to the pool, and I feel like my feet are like every summer when you switch back into wearing flip flops, the part between your big toe and your second toe has to like rub raw a couple times before it like.
I haven't worn flip flops in years.
You need to get some hobby on, yes.
They don't feel good on my feet.
Remember the other day you were telling me about the Old Navy flip flops?
Yeah.
Back, you guys remember? We must have been what, in like middle school?
This was like middle school.
When you could
through
go
high school.
Yeah.
I'd wear my flip flops and my Under Armour shorts. When you could go to Old Navy and get like $1 flip flops, like they would have the whole wall of $1 flip flops, and my mom would be like, "Okay, girls, you can pick 3 of each, or three colors. You can pick 3. Like you can get 3 different colors, and like all the black ones would be sold out of our size. So we would literally have like size women 11s, like black flip flops from Old Navy. I'm like, what the hell was that all about? Literally, what was that all about? And she would take us. She's like, all right, the flip flops are out. Let's go, girls. We'd have like a blue pair, and then the worst is when like the thong thing in the middle would like pop out, and you're like trying to shove it back through the hole.
And it always happened while you
And
were
it would,
like,
like, keep,
out of the
like-
house.
Yeah, it would keep like re-happening, and Emma was like, yeah, and it's the worst when you're like walking home from the pool, and it would like break all the way, and you have to walk with one foot in the grass, so your feet didn't burn.
No, I remember because me, you, and mom literally have the same shoe size.
Yeah.
So we would have 3 black pairs of Old Navy flip flops.
but one would be like
and
an
you're
11.
like, no, that's my left one. That's my left one. And I'm like, no,
Yes.
it's not. That's my flip flop. And like, I would literally wear one size 11 black
'Cause
flip
they'd
flop
be-
and one size like 9.
Yes, and they'd be like worn out in different spots because we have like different feet shape, but like we all wear the same size, and I could be like, oh, these are Emma's. I can feel it.
I remember my dance teacher growing up would say like, okay, girls, like you need to always keep your weight like in your toes or whatever. Like dancers walk like this. And I remember she's like, you can tell by if you wear flip flops throughout the summer, you can see where it wears down. And I remember being like, okay, I'm gonna try my flip flops on, like see how it, and like all my weight was in my heels. I'm like, I'm not meant to be a dancer.
Well,
I'm not a
but then they
ballerina.
also teach you like when you're doing squats, your weight should be all in your heels.
Yeah. So you have to like
How about that?
retrain yourself.
What about that?
And what about that?
And I remember one time because I had to go to physical therapy in high school for my hips, and I was like teaching you what I learned of like how you have to like, because women kind of stand like this, like with their arched back, and I was like, no, you have to tuck your. It's not even like squeezing your butt. It's just like tucking your pelvis under and tightening your abs
you
to
tilt-
pull it like this. And you're like, that's so crazy because all throughout dance they would teach you the complete opposite, like
Arch your
as
back.
arch as much as you possibly can. I'm
Yeah.
like, damn.
And Dakota had the best. Her back was always like the most. Because like
Arched.
think about like putting your foot to the back of your head like you do in dance.
Yeah, you have to arch like
your
all
back
the
like
way.
crazy. Me,
That's a bit, but when I learned that in physical therapy, I've like kept that the rest of my life. Like he's like, even when you're like sitting, driving your car, like focus on tightening your abs and it will automatically pull your hips back like
forward.
this. Yeah.
yeah, we learned a lot about that during the Pilates training and like keeping a neutral spine.
Yes.
Because a lot of times in Pilates, like people will like if you open your arms up or whatever, like you're doing arms, people will open up their rib cage. So you always just say like close your
Neutral
rib
spine.
cage.
And when we did like that body by the 80-day obsession thing,
Yeah,
and I remember all of the moves, the girl would always be like, keep your head in line with your spine. Like any like weight things you're doing, like I would always like have my head down. And when she would say that, I'd be
yeah.
like, yes.
That's why the Pilates teacher will
It
say
teaches
chin off
you
your
good
chest,
things.
chin off your
Yeah.
chest.
It's teaches those little things like you remember forever.
One episode we should do a timeline of all of the diets our mom made us do.
Whole 30. Did you ever do the military diet? It's like lose 14 pounds
Yes.
in 1 week, eat 3 hot dogs, a can of beets, and a scoop of ice cream. I'm like, yes. I was like telling my math teacher about it freshman year. I'm like, no, it actually works. I've lost 10 pounds. She's like, No way. Tell me. Tell me more. Like, okay, you need to go get a can of Beets, a thing of vanilla ice cream. Like, what the hell was that?
I remember, and I hated the
Oh
beets.
my
I hated
God.
the beets. No, Whole30. Like we definitely did like 10 rounds of
Grapefruit diet.
that. What else?
Grapefruits are so disgusting.
Oh, Herbalife, the shakes and the tea.
Herbalife, the ones where you would go to the like store and they had like a shake and a tea.
Yeah,
It was,
that's
like
Herbalife.
fat burning. And then also the 80 Day Obsession, which had like the different colored cups.
Remember the
I honestly really liked the 80 Day Obsession, and it had all the colored cups of different like
Yeah.
this is your protein, this is your 24 onto your plate.
one thing that we didn't fall victim to ever, Weight Watchers. Like I feel like so many big girls growing up, their parents like
Would
the
put them
first
on
thing
it.
would put them on Weight Watchers.
Yeah.
We never did Weight Watchers.
Yeah.
Now, oh my gosh, this girl I saw on TikTok, she said her boyfriend was like downloading an app and he's like, hey, have you ever heard of this app? It's called like
WW?
no. MyFitnessPal. She's like, it's called MyFitnessPal. She goes, yeah, I actually like know that app so well I had to delete it. She's like, but if you need
I
any
was
pointers,
talking about, I'm like, how have I been running for like 3 months at this point and I haven't lost one singular pound? Not that it's about that, but I'm like, you would think like you'd start like slimming down. And I'm like, I would actually rather commit sewer slide than start tracking my calories again. Like I cannot re-download MyFitnessPal. I'm sorry, I'm not doing it. I'm not.
no, because when you find out that what you're eating is so many calories, I'm like, I don't want to know. Just like don't
I
tell
literally
me.
can't.
No, but I thought it was so funny that her boyfriend was like, have you ever heard of MyFitnessPal?
You're
She's like,
uh-huh.
yeah.
Oh, that's
Self said,
funny
do you know
say
what,
that.
what app that is?
It's like you track your calories through it. In high school, I'd be like,
Oh, there's like another app. Kind of one of my buddies used it. He's big on tracking his what's that word called? Starts with like an M or something.
Macros.
Yeah, tracking your macros.
That's such a big thing in the fitness
Oh
space.
my
Like your
God.
protein versus carbs versus, which you
That's
can't do that
why
on MyFitnessPal, but you have to
I-
pay for the upgrade.
there was this like girl in high school who like worked out like crazy, tracked her macros, whatever. And I remember guys were so mean and they're like, how does she like have, she has no results. Like, how is she not skinny? And she's like always working out, always counting her macros. Like it's been like years, like where's the results? And now that's like stuck in my head. I'm like, ugh, do people think that about me? I'm always going to Pilates. We're always running, doing something. And the people are like, well, why isn't she skinny? I'm like,
I think
are you
people
guys
think you're
thinking
skinny
that?
though.
Are you guys thinking that about me? It's really those like little comments randomly you hear in passing that it'll
But
be
it's-
stuck in your head forever.
No, but it's because it's in your years where you're like really, you were like in the years that you're really like coming into
Formative.
yourself.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's formative. So now like I don't pay attention to how much my friends eat or work out. Like I don't care what their body looks like. But in high school, like people
But it's so
cared.
true. It's like once you're over 25, it's like, wow, this is a lot of effort to keep the most mid physique you've ever fucking seen. Like this is
That's
a
why it-
lot of work to like
Just look
pretty
normal.
fucking mid. Yes.
Yeah.
Like damn.
Or even like the girls that like go to the gym. So like you're saying, the gym girls, and then you see them in their work outfit and they look the same as the girl who eats like frozen meals and
Right.
Doritos and the like binge drinks on the
Right.
weekends. So it's like
Also, do you remember that little era when we when Weight Watchers wanted to work with us or with you? And
Yeah.
it's like
I was gonna ask you.
I
That's so weird you
can't
said that.
even, I feel like I can't even
Yeah. So Weight Watchers reached
promote
out.
something like that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Weight Watchers reached out, and I had talked to a few other girls who had worked with them, who I know had like $80,000 plus deals with Weight Watchers.
Yeah, they have budget.
And I was just like, I told my manager, I said, don't even negotiate. It doesn't matter what number
Like, I
they
could
come
rather,
with.
yeah, not even see the number.
Yeah.
Don't even tell me.
Yeah, like, because I'm like, not that I don't want to be tempted, but like, I don't even want it to be a possibility in my mind because I know that I could never get online and say that I use Weight Watchers, knowing damn well I would never use it.
Right. And
know?
like promoting like
And it's such a
something
touchy
like-
subject.
yes.
And I do
And
think,
triggering for people who like it was pushed on them when they were young.
yeah, but I do understand that people would take the brand deals. And there are some girls that I know who like actually do use Weight Watchers in a healthy way. And like they do like it. But for me, in my house, we will not be using Weight Watchers.
I'm like, so and how much would you girls out there, what would be the number to like sell out and
I feel
do
like
that.
if my
I'm
followers
like,
heard that I was gonna get paid $80,000, they'd be like, just do it. Like we don't care.
$80,000. I'm like, girl,
But this
I
is
would
what's
take that.
crazy is you would like if you take the 80K and you do the brand deal, then you have all these people in your comments being like, this is so messed up, whatever, and you can't come out and tell them like, guys, I did it because it was the money. Like I needed the money. Like you have to just
Yeah.
like keep your mouth shut.
Yeah,
And, like
stand beside, like,
you know. And the thing is, you normally have more than
oh,
one.
if I was offered
post,
$80,000, I'm sorry, but I would do it.
you would do it.
I'd be like, guys, download this really cool app, MyFitnessPal. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
I was gonna ask. That's weird that you brought it up because I was gonna ask you what budget would you take to promote MyFitnessPal?
Honestly, anything at this point. But it's like you can do it. You can do it in a healthy way. It doesn't have to be a toxic way. It's just to like make sure you're hitting your protein goals. That's fine, right?
Yeah, but some girls, it's just like it's so toxic. Just the topic of it.
Okay, then don't download it. But like, I'm gonna take my 80K check, bitch. Sorry. As I literally was just like, oh, it's so toxic. I'm like, but.
I feel like most people
For
out there.
$80,000. Yes, sorry guys. I am a sellout, and I will admit that. If you had $10 to your name, you would do the same thing, and you would do it too for a check. Okay.
Yeah, I think that Weight Watchers would have offered me 100K probably at least. I do think that.
That's literally a dagger to the freaking
But
heart.
this is a thing that I've learned in our industry.
Sometimes it's just not worth it. Having your audience not trust you anymore.
They don't, yeah, because they know, like, people can feel when you're a sellout. They're like, oh, okay, so like you wanted the check more than you wanted our trust. That's what I think people view it as. So,
Or it's like we're thinking way too much into it and nobody even cares that much.
no, God forbid. I
learned something about the plus size community this past couple weeks. Y'all are fucking toxic and crazy. I'm like, nothing is really that deep. And the amount of, because I went on the torrid trip to Coachella, the amount of videos made about that trip and like who's not big enough to be on the trip and there's not enough size inclusivity and da 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 da, everything under the sun. I'm like, damn, y'all are strict over here. Like I've never been a part of a community that's this goddamn strict. And I'm like, shit.
now do you understand when I like say I
Yeah,
get
you're
nervous to post things?
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, oh
But
my
this is the
God.
thing. I do think that there, like, could Torrid have brought bigger girls to show the spectrum of sizes they carry?
Yes,
100%.
But you also have to take into account they wanted you to come. You couldn't because of scheduling. You're already going with somebody else. It's not like they didn't try. Sometimes things just don't align.
Yeah, that's
You
what
know
I was
I'm
gonna say.
saying?
Is sometimes, and I'm not making excuses for brands. Like if they have the power to get anybody that they want there, if they pay them enough money, but like it's not that they weren't trying to get people above a size 20. Like they tried to get me there, but I couldn't do it. So I'm assuming they were asking other people. A lot of the comments were saying there was no black people on the trip, which I 100% agree with. Like I do know that a lot of the other plus girls who are black were already on other brand trips.
Right. So
Not
it's like-
making an excuse for them. I'm hoping they see the comments and they learn from it so they can plan more far ahead.
Right.
But it's always a reminder that on the back end of things,
Yeah, you don't know what's going behind the
what's
scenes.
going on. Yeah. And like who they tried to get on a trip or tried to get on a campaign and maybe they couldn't
couldn't
have
come.
enough budget or they didn't have, whatever it is. So,
But I'm like,
No.
you just really can't please everybody at the end of the day. Like everybody's always going to have something to say
oh, for
about,
sure.
and once it starts rolling, everybody's bandwagon wants to
But-
hop on it.
But the thing is you can't just say everybody's going to have something. Everybody will have something to say as an excuse to not take some
Right,
of the
right, right.
constructive criticism.
Right.
Because there was some truth. You definitely needed more diversity when it came to sizing for them. And they definitely needed more diversity when it came to race.
Right.
But hopefully they're noting that and moving forward.
Right.
And I do think that what they did was like, it made the impact they wanted it to. Right. Like people
Right.
are talking about Torrid now for the first time in years
Right.
that people weren't before.
Right.
So I'm excited for them. I know a lot of the girls on the team were like pumped about that. I'm really excited for Stagecoach, honestly, to see everybody's like looks because I think a lot more
I don't
brands
follow anybody who goes to Stagecoach though. I've never seen like somebody at Stagecoach.
this year. It seems like a lot of brands are sending people because Western is having such a big moment
Yeah.
right now. So people are sending things. Guys, did we tell them that we got invited to go to the Beyonce concert and we can't freaking go because we're gonna
piss
be
me off right now.
yeah. We actually are about to have the craziest next like month and a half. We're going to Dallas on a brand trip. Me and Gabi both got invited. I'm so excited. Then we're going straight from there to Nashville for Big Girls Weekend. If you haven't heard, Big Girls Weekend is happening May 2nd through 4th in Nashville.
Tell them what Big Girls Weekend is.
Big Girls Weekend is just a community event in Nashville that anybody can come to.
That Emma puts on.
Yeah, that I
Emma
host
Arletta
or I help
LLC.
host. And it's just a place for the big girls to come out and feel part of a community and like celebrate their bodies and just look around and see that people can be confident in themselves. One of my favorite stories from last year is one of the girls who drove, like her whole family road tripped so she could come to the weekend. And her mom came to a couple of the little like shopping events that we did. And on the night out, her mom, for the first time in like her whole life, showed her arms. She wore a cardigan there, and then she saw everybody else being.
I want to cry.
Yeah, it made like she saw everybody else being confident, and she's like, I feel comfortable. And she took her cardigan off, and she wore like her new outfit that she had bought in without her arms being hidden. And I'm like, that alone is like so worth having the whole weekend. And
Wait,
it was
that's
crazy because
so
like it was her mom
sweet.
who wasn't even like, she just brought her, you know,
Right.
like to just like be there with her. And she was the one who ended up being mostly impacted by it. So it makes me really excited for this year.
I met
It's our
so many
second
cool
year.
people last year. There.
Yeah. And I was talking with the girls who helped me plan it. And they were saying they want to do like a tour next year and do like 3 or 4 locations throughout the US and do like a big girls tour.
Fun.
So I think that'd be really fun to do like Dallas and then like New York, LA, and do a couple other places.
Wait, that's a great idea.
So looking forward to that. But these next few weeks are going to be so crazy. But
You're
we've
so
been
good
yapping
about
for
doing
so long.
community events. I'm like, ugh, need it to happen.
I just think that the people who support our platforms don't get enough credit. I think the influencers,
Take it for granted.
they take it for granted, and I think we can become very
Take it for granted countertops.
yeah, take it for granted countertops. You get really like me. Like I built this platform and I have all these followers and I'm getting these brand deals. When I'm like, okay, but like, have you ever even?
But you would be nothing.
Yeah, without the people who built your community. And I get it; it's nerve-wracking to host an event because you think, what if nobody shows up? You know?
Yeah.
But once you do it one time, it just becomes easier and easier, and there's so much benefit to it.
Mhm.
And yeah, but let's get into what makes us sick to our stomach, fam.
Okay, let me see what I wrote down. I don't even know what I wrote down.
What makes me sick to my stomach, fam, is that for the rest of my life,
Ugh.
if I want to be tan, I have to either lay out and commit time, or I have to get a
Or
spray
go
tan.
on a walk outside with shorts on and a tank top or sports bra. It's easier than you think.
No.
What makes me sick to my stomach is being financially single. Macy, I've told like 10 stories about Macy this episode, but Macy the other day, we were talking about, I don't even know what we were talking about, electric cars, whatever. And she's like, I don't remember the last time I filled up my gas tank. I don't know. I was like, what do you mean? Like she doesn't have an electric car. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, I don't know. I just never fill it up because Joey does it for her. I'm
Yeah.
like, like that actually literally made me so like, damn, I would love to split anything, the price of anything with someone. Really. I'm like, having a man go and fill up my gas tank. I don't even know the price of gas. I don't even remember the last time I filled my tank up. Like that really made me like sick to my fucking stomach. I'm like, damn, you can split rent with somebody. You can split groceries with somebody.
Gabi, that's why I'm telling you, go on dates.
Emma, I am.
Wait, I think you have a crush, right?
Who?
Or somebody has a crush on you.
Who?
The person that we were talking about at the pool today.
Oh, that's not real.
What do you mean?
They don't live here.
Oh, I didn't know that. Where do they live at?
I don't know.
They can't fill your gas tank up. We know that, so they're out of
That's
the
what I'm
picture.
saying. Like that actually makes me sick to my stomach. Like that makes me want to cry.
Okay, but you're gonna have that one day. And if not, you can just get pregnant by implantation,
and then who's gonna fill my?
and then
gas
hopefully
tank
it's a boy, and then hopefully when they grow to be 10 years old, you can teach them how to
I
drive.
can't do this
and they
much
can fill
longer,
your
guys.
tank
I
up.
can't do this much fucking longer.
you
Being
want
financially single.
Do you want Sultan to fill your gas tank up weekly?
Yes, and I also want him to take out my trash cans to the curb every Wednesday night.
Sultan, are you listening?
Is that something you could arrange?
It's
This
the
is called a 2-for-1 deal.
It's the least you can do for my
This is called-
sister.
Huh? Entertainment from the little sister. And praise.
Giggles for life.
Giggles for life.
What do you mean? What are you getting out of it?
Getting in with the mean little sister.
You know what? This is about to be really deep. Can I be deep for a second?
I'm actually like that. Just like sent me into a sad depression.
Okay,
just
well,
now.
while we're on our sad depression talk, can I be sad for a second?
Sure.
The hefty gills are gonna get this. I feel like growing up, you have like your innate beliefs to your core of like who you think you are, and I do think that I'm like a great person. But forever in my love life, I've always thought that I was like, you're always told that you're never good enough because you're big, whatever. And I have found like as we get closer to the wedding, like with Selton, those like beliefs like come back up. Like he makes me feel so secure in our relationship, and like I know that we're obviously freaking about to get married. But for some reason, all the time lately, I'm like, are you sure you want to spend the rest of your life with me? Like, are you having fun? Like, do you like am I a good partner? You know, like, do you want to be around me?
Anxiety, keep on trying me.
Yeah.
That's called a symptom of your anxiety, Emma.
No,
that you
it's a
won't make
symptom
good.
of growing up big. And like I feel like I have to constantly remind myself, like, Selton likes you. Like, he's having fun. And oh my gosh, Gabby just got a picture of the little girl she nannies holding the little baby, her little baby sister.
Oh, an airplane watching Frozen.
Are they back
9
home?
to 5 tomorrow.
So no, I don't think it's anxiety. I think it's just like my brain trying to like, it's bringing back up old feelings that I felt like through dating and through just life, you know, like your teenage years. And now that I'm finally in like a stable relationship, sometimes my brain forgets like, no, it's okay. Like you're fine. Like he does like you, and he's
Yeah.
going to continue to like you.
Yeah.
And he reassures me every time. I'm like, are you sure you want to like do this?
He's like, yeah.
he's like, yeah.
I guess you'll
He's like,
do.
I love spending time with you. I love taking out your sister's trash. I love filling your gas tank up once a week. Like it just really fills me up. Right, babe? Yeah, he's shaking his head. He can't talk. Sorry, guys. He has the sniffles.
He has the man flu.
He has the man cold, but you know, I don't know. Do you think that ever when you're dating? Like,
What?
how could they like me?
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know what. Maybe that's just like women in general, or maybe do you think it's
No,
like,
I think it's growing up fat.
yeah, you like have these, and that's the difference between. I'm not gonna get into that. I'm not gonna get into that. Okay, before we get into media, I have one more thing that I want to talk about. I've had this in my notes for our podcast for like 10 weeks now, and we never talk about it. When Rayanne was in town, she was talking to us about a service called Return Mate. And I think it's an app. It's called Return Mate. And you literally pay like a monthly fee of like $12. And you can set
12?
Yeah.
Damn.
You set your returns.
That was gonna be like 100.
No, it's cheap. You literally can package your returns and set them outside of your door, and they ship your returns back for you.
Like, that's insane. That's crazy.
That's a dream.
Literally, people hire assistants to do that task.
For instance, like me.
For instance, like Emma and Avery, and that's all the people that I know with assistants.
Yeah. So, if you girls are out there losing your money because you don't return your clothes that you order,
This
Return
should be an
Mate.
ad. Come on, Return Mate. Come on.
Yeah, when are we gonna start getting ads on our podcast?
Never, I fear, but that's okay. We're not in it for the money, Emma, right? We're in it for
Hey, Weight Watchers,
sister
hit us
time.
up.
Until Weight Watchers wants to be an ad on the podcast. Guys, if you hear a Weight Watchers ad on the podcast one of these days, just tap that skip 30 seconds button. We don't take it seriously. We won't take it personally. Like, go ahead and
Skip ads.
Yeah.
2x speed.
Yeah,
hold down on
literally.
the left side of your screen.
Right.
Okay. Well, that's what I wanted to tell you girls. Return Mate. But let's quickly talk about what happened in media this week.
Pope died. May he rest in peace.
POPE.
Everybody keeps saying that all of Trisha Paytas's babies are reincarnated famous people. Her first one was reincarnation of...
Is she pregnant right now?
Is she pregnant right now? They're like 3 times is not a coincidence. This is fate. Who was her first baby was supposed to be like the reincarnation of somebody. Somebody like died the same day that she was born or something.
The queen.
The queen.
Yeah, it was the queen.
And then Liam Payne.
Yeah, and then the Pope.
Yeah. Damn.
That's crazy. No,
That's
but
crazy.
Gabby did send me
Did you watch it? The video?
Yeah, Gabby sent me a video of
It's a good Pope.
it was like a synopsis of the Pope's life and his like what he did for his community.
He's a pretty like liberal Pope
Yeah.
for like in the grand scheme of like popes that the Catholic Church has had.
Selton was saying that the next Pope could possibly be African, I think. What were you telling me?
I saw, I guess supposedly the two like guys in line or those closest are both African.
Wow.
Oh.
Would that be the first time?
I think so. If it happens, that'll be the first time.
That'd be crazy.
Well, hopefully they continue on being more liberal, and that's what the world needs.
Progressive.
What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little love. Khloe Kardashian just launched or is launching a protein popcorn brand, and let me tell you, I love popcorn. Let me tell you, I love popcorn. So I'm really, really excited. And I'm hoping she comes out with some more flavors because right now it's just like sea salt. I'm like, please, where's the cheddar cheese?
This is just her first. She has to go basic for the first drop, Emma. You know more flavors can come out. I'll try the kettle corn one.
I want to try all of them. So I'm excited for that because I eat popcorn pretty much every night in bed.
Yeah.
And my latest find in flavor is the Dorito nacho cheese flavor from Smart Food. Popcorn, really good. Finished the bag in one night. Another thing, me and Sultan rotted in bed all day on Sunday and watched the show Ransom Canyon. It's a new show on Netflix.
Sounds like Jansen Radford.
Highly recommend. It's definitely like,
Jansen.
I think it's like the same producer as Outer Banks. Like it gives very much like Outer Banks vibes.
I'm so hungry
But
right now.
country.
I could eat Jansen Radford. She was on my cross country team in high school.
She's literally was one of the most like
God, I
like
hope she never
innocent
hears
people.
this.
Her name wasn't even Jansen Radford.
Yes, it was.
No, it's not. That's wrong. Something about that is wrong. That was not her name.
It was. And our like coach was like weirdly obsessed with her. No, that was with somebody else. Sorry. He's like, she's the full package. Look, she has an 8-pack. And she's a runner. And she's a straight A student. Girl, back it up.
Who said that?
The coach.
The male coach.
Yes, I'm like, okay. All right.
Yeah, I think I were talking about the same coach,
I don't remember his name.
Mr. Cavaluzzi.
No, high school.
Oh, Mr. Cavaluzzi would always say in middle school science class, like nothing good happens after midnight. It's only sex, rock and roll, and something else. And I'm like, we're in middle school, dude.
I'm trying to dissect my frog. Please get out my fucking face.
Ew, dissecting frogs. Like, please.
I dissected a cat in high school.
So did I. And I kept thinking it was going to come back alive.
Oh, and be missing its
Wait,
freaking
you
liver.
know how you're talking about those things in life where it like sticks with you?
Yes.
You know what really stuck
How
with me?
oysters taste like the dissected cat liver.
No, so everybody had their cat that they had to dissect, and then our teacher brought in one obese cat, and she cut it open in front of the whole class, and she was like, "Look at this." She was like, "Look at this." And she was like, "Look how much fat I have to cut through just to get."
surrounding all the organs. It's
organs.
in everywhere. I'm like,
And I
and
thought-
everybody's like looking at me.
Literally, and ever since then, I think like, oh my god, I can't get surgery because like they're gonna cut through all my fat and be like,
Damn.
look at all the fat we had to
And
go
it's
through
literally like
just to
in
get to her
all of the
organs.
organs. It's like little like noodles. I
And-
remember that too.
And I think about that with my stomach. And I think like, what if I have to get a C-section? And are they going to, the doctor's going to say that about me? They're going to be like, guys,
doctors
look
are
at this fat cat.
are low key mean to their patients when they're under. They'd be saying whatever.
That really stuck with me. I don't want to be a fat cat. I am though. I am, but it's okay. I'm running a half marathon
I don't
though.
want to be a fat cat. I'm a fat cat who can run a half marathon. How about that?
Yeah. And what about that?
Okay. Enough.
I don't think we don't.
My knees are hurting.
Do we have any advice to give
Your
this
arms
week?
are cut off. Your legs are cut off. No, that's all. Please, God.
Gabi never wants to give you guys advice.
Well, it's after like a hour. I'm done. I want to get up and go about my life. Sorry, an hour is my limit. That's when I start having podcast fatigue. Emma wouldn't understand.
No, I wouldn't. I could yap for hours.
I have the same knee disease as Joey.
Gabi has been diagnosed with a knee disease. I'm actually going to buy myself some knee braces, so stay tuned for some knee brace content.
For attention. She's literally buying it just straight for attention.
I had a knee brace in 7th grade. I was B-team backup on the basketball team, and I had a knee brace.
I'm literally getting carpal tunnel on my wrist from holding this damn ass microphone.
Okay, hefties, gals, we love you guys. Happy halfway through the week. You're almost to the end of the week. A reminder that we drop an episode every Wednesday on YouTube, Apple, and Spotify. You can find us on TikTok and Instagram at heftygals.
Also tell me that you love my eyebrow piercing in the comments.
Also tell us if you would take 80K for a Weight Watchers deal.
To be honest.
Okay.
Bye. And also
Welcome. You have arrived to the Hefty